What if I told you you could take the base stainless steel look of the Cybertruck and turn it into something beautiful like this satin black or any other number of colors? And thanks to Test Plus, you can do just that and save thousands of dollars by doing it yourself. And today, I'm going to show you how. One of the great things about these DIY kits that have been on the market now for a couple of years is they're pre-cut. And what that means is each panel is already cut to be able to be put on and not have to worry about trimming later. It's actually really important because the art of actually trimming these, it's pretty delicate and it's hard to get just right. So these pre-cut kits allow you to install this and get a professional look. So what you're looking at on my truck right here is actually satin black. A lot of people use that interchangeably with matte black, but just know this is actually satin black, and you'll see a little bit of a sheen in the light. That's the difference between this and matte black, and you'll really notice it when you park next to a matte black truck. Trust me, you want satin black. So with this kit in particular, there's some nice things about this, some features about this kit that make it different than the other options out there. Namely, when you wrap around the edges, a lot of kits stop really short. And this one actually has now a bit of extra material. So when you go around the edge, you have even more area. And the reason that is important because unlike painted surfaces, the stainless steel, it does not like to grab with a little bit of material. You need to be able to get on enough to be able to really grab on. That's what this kit does really well, prevents things from sticking out over time. When you go to wrap your truck, you have two options. You have PPF and you have vinyl. And Test Bros does offer both, but just know, although vinyl is cheaper, it's not made to hold up the same way that PPF is. And traditionally, PPF didn't have colors. But now, over the last couple of years, there's finally some good products from some big name brands that'll give you color PPF. So rather than having a product that's going to last maybe 2 years, maybe not hold up quite as well, this is a 10-year product. So when you add color like this, you don't have to worry about in a couple of years rewrapping it. Yes, it is a bit more expensive, but totally worth it, especially if you're going to be doing anything with your truck that this thing is made for. So how hard is this to install? Well, after installing PPF on all of my cars, I can tell you unquestionably the Cybertruck is the easiest to install, but it still has its challenges. So right up here in the front is a really good example of the extra material and the benefits of that, but also the challenges of install. So we don't have a perfectly cut up area. This actually does have a curve, believe it or not, on a Cybertruck. And getting this underneath here will depend on how much space you have between the light bar and the hood. The nice thing about this kit is it comes with so many extra tools, a bunch of little tools that'll get into all these nooks and crannies to help you get that material stuck in underneath here. Now, for a cleaner look or a cleaner install and guaranteeing yourself you get it done right, removing the light bar, I think is worth it, although not technically necessary. Super easy to remove this. You actually have to remove this whole front piece first. And it's just a handful of bolts underneath. Pull that out, and then you can access the 2 or 3 bolts that are holding in the light bar. Then that removes. That gives you full access under here. I recommend doing it. It takes 15 minutes of additional time. So when you do this install, there are just a couple of things that you have to remove from the vehicle. Namely, we got to remove all 4 of these fenders, and we've got to remove these mirrors. Other than that, anything else is completely optional. To remove these fenders is really easy. You just literally pull straight out. You need to start on a corner and work your way around. For the front, be very careful. There is a clip on the back of this camera. Make sure you disconnect that safely before you move this too far. The other thing are these mirrors. There's actually 3 bolts that hold this in and a connector, and it's all right behind the door. Super easy to get this on and off. And this kit actually comes with the tool you need, so you don't need to figure out which hex tool you need to get for the right size. Now, when it comes to install, it's really as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, we need to mix up our slick and our tack solutions. Our slick solution is so easy with this kit because it comes with pre-packaged, pre-measured solution to add to your water. In addition, I recommend he offers it in his store. Just add it to your cart. Trust me, it's a 64 ounce, I believe, automatic sprayer, and I use that for slick solution as well. Definitely worth it. Get that. That'll take 2 packets instead of just 1 that you would have in your normal spray bottle. Additionally, you have your tack solution, and you can use just water if you're afraid of overdoing it, but just know 1 part alcohol to 10 parts water is the mix to be able to get a really strong tack solution. Just don't overdo it because you will burn off the adhesive. Everything needs to be sprayed with slicking. Keep everything wet. As long as it is wet, it's not sticking, and that's the point. As soon as you put tack down, that's when things start sticking. So let's go over to the hood and start right there. So as you will see when we lay this out, everything I'm doing is by myself. Having a second set of hands will be helpful, but just know if you're by yourself, this is how you're going to do it. You basically remove half of the film, spraying as you go along, and then place it back over the paper. Then go to the other half, do the same thing, and that is how you're going to lay this down. Now on each corner, you will see a cutout where this is going to go around the edge. Every single corner, and those corners are your points of reference. So start in the driver's side topmost corner, get that section laid down with tack solution. Next, come forward to the front corner of the hood. Same thing, tack solution, lay it down, and then in towards the middle, you'll see another point. Tack that down as well. Then go to the other side and do the exact same thing, leaving the middle untouched. After all your corners are down, then you will go back from the middle and start swiping your material out from underneath the film. Now for the face of the front, it's a little bit of a challenge, and here's my recommendation. Place this thing as high up as you can. So get the corners lined up, but leave as excess material to the top rather than the bottom, because when you tuck this in behind the light bar, you're going to want as much material to grab on as possible, and that seems to work the best. Now on to the fenders. The fenders are super easy. Could not be more clear where they go and how they go. Pretty straightforward. You can either start at the front or you can start at the back. I recommend starting at the back by the door. Here's why. So first we're going to get this first corner by the mirror laid down and wrap this edge around. Go down to the next angle just below it. Set that angle too. Now, start pulling your material forward and get your front triangle set here. These spots need to be laid down next. Then you will pull up to the front corner, lay that corner down before finally laying down the bottom here. And you can now move all of this material down. Going here across this triangle window, do yourself a favor. Get this just on the line of the stainless. Otherwise, you will have bubbles where it's going a little bit past the stainless. By going to where you just see stainless and then just a millimeter more, that is what you want to have this right on top. Perfect install that way. Now, try your best with tack solution to get these corners to lay down, and whatever doesn't lay down, leave it alone. Let it dry out a bit, spray it one more time with tack solution, get it really washed off, and leave it alone until you move on to the next panel. And in this case, we're now on to the first door. Same type of install. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna start at the rear of the door. Same process, find your corner, line it up. Find your second corner just below it, line that up. Then start to push your material all the way to the front and line up your two corners up front. Make sure you have the opening for the mirror set appropriately. The mirror is bigger than the cutout that you will see. The cutout is bigger than the hole, but trust me, just make sure it's straight and you won't have any issues when you put the mirror back on. Now you're good to go. To get this thing all the way down to the bottom, basically what you want to do is go all the way down to this first crease towards the bottom and lay all of this down. And then the last thing you will do is lay that last maybe 1/4 of the door at the very bottom. Now we're on to the back door. It is exactly the same as the front door, except you now don't have a mirror. So lay down your corners just like the front, top side, top side. Also use your squeegee to push the material underneath this gasket. Then you can move the whole face of the door, lay that flat before finally that bottom section. And now we are on to the back sail of the truck. This is a big piece. If you have another set of hands, that would be very helpful. If you don't, it can be done. Just make sure you take your time unrolling this and make sure you use something to hold it in place, because you're not going to be able to reach from the back to the front at the same time. There are magnets you can use to hold this in place. So you can either start at the back or you can start at the front. Again, it's a corners game. And in my case, starting at the back seems to work out best. Now for this top corner, I put extra material out. I pull it a lot to get a nice wraparound because this is a sharp corner. You want extra thick material here so it doesn't get ripped. Require us to pull this material down a bit of stretching to get this corner down. Again, wrap the edges. Then pull all the way over the opening for the fenders, all the way forward. Get your top A finished with the top corner. Finally, you can smooth this all the way down. Couldn't be easier. Finally, you have the lift gate. This is a pretty straightforward piece. The biggest tip here is to make sure when you are placing this in, leave plenty of tack on the top so you can play with it, getting it tucked in upward as much as possible. And for the bottom, make sure you have enough material to wrap around underneath. That is how you're going to install this. It is a flat panel, literally probably the easiest panel to install of them all. So that's it. It's really not that hard to install. And I have a link to the library that you're going to get access to when you buy this kit from G. He has way more detail on each of the panels install, which is great. You do get access to that once you buy the kit. Code BTG should save you some money on this. And for me, what I generally do is 2 days. So I will prep the car and install the front and the driver's side on day 1. On day 2, I will install the rear and the passenger side. That's generally how I do these installs, and it's religiously took me 2 days to do it. Gives you enough time to do the install for about 8 hours per day, maybe 10 on your first go. Also, a really cool thing that Test Bros has on their website, you can actually test all of these wraps that he has available, see what it looks like on the truck, which is kind of cool. Get a nice idea of what might be the best look for you. For me, my personal preference and what I've seen in the wild, generally speaking, the darker colors seem to go better, seem to look more natural on the trucks. Of course, you can go exotic and do all kinds of fun things, including making a naked look of the truck where it looks like there's an X-ray all over the side of this, which is pretty cool. So head on over to testbros.com. Code BTG will save you a little bit of money on top of that and save yourself thousands of dollars doing this yourself. I promise you can do this. And if you have any trouble, of course, G stands behind all these products. So if you need any help, it's only an email or a phone call away. So thanks, Test Bros, for working with me on getting this installed myself in my garage. I really love the way it looks, and I can't wait to see what yours looks like too.